I didn't raise my voice when the HOA president stormed into the emergency board meeting and accused me of illegally blocking community water access. I simply pushed the printed deed across the table, thicker than their entire bylaws binder, and tapped one highlighted paragraph with a single finger. Section 14, I said calmly, full riparian ownership, including access rights. The room went silent. The HOA attorney leaned in first, his eyebrows lifting just a fraction, the closest thing to panic I'd ever seen on his face. The president kept insisting the lake belonged to the community, lecturing me on shared natural resources, waving her finger like the laws of the county were guidelines, not rules. I didn't argue. I turned the next page, the county's 1964 survey, stamped in fading blue ink, outlining every shoreline, every inlet, every inch of the lake inside my property boundary. She froze as she realized what she was looking at. You bought the lake? I folded my hands. 3 months ago, she didn't speak again. But before that moment, before the legal maps, before the panic in her voice, before the HOA started calling the police on me for stealing water, life was quiet, almost peaceful. I moved to Old Mill Ridge because it reminded me of the summers I spent fishing with my grandfather. Quiet mornings, slow afternoons, water so still it looked like glass. The old mill pond behind my property wasn't a pond anymore, more like a hidden lake, 6 acres, tree-lined, tucked behind pines older than the entire neighborhood. I bought the cabin for that quiet. I rebuilt the tiny dock, cleared old branches, and spent foggy mornings watching the water breathe. I didn't attend HOA meetings, didn't complain about noisy dogs, didn't get involved in community politics. I just wanted a life where the loudest sound was a trout breaking the surface. For a while I had that. Then the HOA realized something they should have known for decades. They didn't T-own the lake. I did. The first sign of trouble was a bright orange notice on my door. Illegal water restriction, immediate compliance required. Claimed I had tampered with their lake because I de-installed a small wooden gate on the path, a path fully inside my property line. I sent them a friendly email explaining I'd only installed the gate because I caught teenagers fishing there at 2 a.m. Their reply was a $200 fine for interfering with community space. Community space? I reread their message twice, convinced I misunderstood. I hadn't. I sent another polite message, attached my deed, highlighted the property boundaries. They doubled the fine. That's when disbelief replaced confusion. Not anger, not yet. Just that strange feeling when someone accuses you of stealing your own shoes. I tried diplomacy. I invited them for a property walk. Sent them plat maps, surveys, even quoted their own bylaws which didn't mention the lake at all. They ignored every document and escalated anyway. Daily fines will begin tomorrow. Remove the gate. Failure to comply will result in police involvement. The president emailed me personally saying I needed to stop pretending you own the water. Pretending. That was the moment I shifted. I stopped explaining, stopped arguing. I started researching. I pulled the 1964 county survey, the mill's original deed transfer from 1979, state riparian rights statutes, historical maps, and even the HOS incorporation paperwork. The HOA was built in 1998. The lake had been private property since 1946. Legally, they had as much claim to it as they had to the moon. But the worst part? They'd been charging residents for lake access permits for years, charging money for property they didn't own. My wife, who works in real estate compliance, went through every document with me. Her voice was quiet, but the meaning wasn't, they're collecting fees on land they don't legally control. We documented everything, bought better cameras, recorded every HOA visit, filed every letter with the county clerk. I wasn't preparing for a fight. I was preparing to end the entire argument in one move. Then the HOA made their biggest mistake. They called the police. 2 real officers came to my gate on a windy Wednesday, saying the HOA reported me for blocking community water access. I calmly walked them to the lake, showed them the deed, the survey stakes, the county map. One officer whistled. You own all of this. Every inch, I said. They radioed the county, who confirmed everything. The officer's tone hardened. Sir, the HO had no legal basis for this complaint. I nodded. I know. The next morning, I walked into the emergency HOA meeting and set down a neatly organized folder: the deed, the county statement, the maps, the historical ownership records. The room cooled several degrees. The attorney went pale. The president's voice cracked. You can't close lake access. I already did, I said. Legally, she didn't argue. She couldn't. Within a week, the OO erased all references to the lake from their website. Their lake access fee program vanished. The president resigned for personal reasons. 2 board members quit without a word. The fines disappeared. The county opened an investigation into improper fee collection. My gate still stands on that path. Nobody touches it. Neighbors stop at the property line now. Some pretend not to see me, some apologize. Most stay quiet. Life is calm again. The lake is mine, not because I fought for it, but because it always was, and the HOA. They don't call the police on me anymore. They don't call anyone. They simply stay on their side of the property line, exactly where they should have been from the start.